did everything right. The universe didn't reward you. You pulled 3 all-nighters on that pitch. Your boss gave the win to the guy who showed up late. You ran marathons for 5 years. Quit smoking. Quit drinking. Your blood work still says, follow up, recommended. You gave that person 3 years of your honest love. They left because you're too good for me. Your mother never hurt anyone. Breast cancer found her anyway. You opened the news this morning. A 28-year-old woman pushed onto the tracks by a stranger she'd never met. You stand by the window asking the same word, over and over. Why? The answer is in 5 Chinese characters written 2,500 years ago. It's just gonna keep you up tonight. Laozi, in chapter 5 of the Tao Te Ching, wrote 5 characters. Tian bu ren. The literal translation, heaven and earth are not kind. But what he actually meant is something much harder. The universe has no judge. It was never planning to be fair. These 5 characters land like a slap, but if you let the slap land, you do not live the same way again. Wang Bai, Wei Dynasty philosopher. By 24, he had completed one of the most influential commentaries on the Tao Te Ching ever written. Then he died. His idea was simple. Heaven and earth follow nature. They do not interfere. They do not take sides. Heaven and earth don't favor anyone because they aren't watching. Su Ji, a statesman of the Northern Song dynasty. Exiled for 6 years to the southern mountains, he wrote on his knees. His point was simple. The sage relates to people the way heaven and earth relate to all things. You think fate is targeting you? It doesn't even know you exist. 1995. Oxford Richard Dawkins wrote this in River Out of Eden. The universe we observe has precisely the properties we should expect. If there is no design, no purpose, no good, no evil, nothing but blind, pitiless indifference. No design, no purpose, no good, no evil. Nothing but blind, pitiless indifference. Dawkins didn't copy Laozi. He was just 2,500 years late. What happens to you when you actually let this in? Let me tell you a story about Confucius. Confucius's most beloved student was a man named Yan Hui. How good was Yan Hui? Confucius said he could hear 1 thing and understand 10, 3 months, without straying from kindness. Later Confucians revered him as the second sage, second only to Confucius himself. How long did Yan Hui live? 41 years. He starved to death. 500 years later, Sima Qian was writing the records of the Grand Historian, the book that would become China's first great work of history. When he reached this part, he put down his brush, stared at nothing, and asked the question no one dared ask. They say heaven has no favorites. It sides with the good. Was Yan Hui not a good man? He lived in such kindness, in such purity, and he starved. So tell me, how exactly does heaven reward good people? No one answered. Sima Qian, because Laozi had already written the answer. No one is rewarding anyone. Every why me you've ever asked rests on one hidden assumption. You assume there is someone out there, someone whose job is to fairly hand out promotions, hand out illness, hand out love. That someone never existed. It's not that God is playing favorites. It's not that fate is targeting you. It's not that the universe is punishing you. There is no one in that role. You are not the one being singled out. You just happen to be standing where the wind passed. The coworker who took your credit, the blood work in your drawer. The person who said you were too good, the 28-year-old on the tracks, Yan Hui, who starved. They are all still there. But something has lifted off your shoulders. It's not that you weren't good enough. The universe was never keeping score. You can sleep tonight. Lao Tzu walked out of the Western Pass on a green ox and was never seen again. But he didn't really leave. Ask him the question you still can't sleep with. The old books have been explaining this for 25 centuries. There may be more than one way to see your world.